C2 Selective Hydrogenation is a well-established refining process where acetylene is removed from ethylene feedstocks via selective hydrogenation to ethylene. There's the front end, back end approaches, which deviate mostly in the partial hydrogen involved, and it's a very industrial relevant process. At ILS, we've developed a rather unique approach to being able to test catalysts for this process, which implement a so-called Temkin reactor. The Temkin reactor in this case has the unique ability to be able to test the full particle. We're working with eggshell-type catalysts, either in cylindrical form, hollow cylinders, or spheres. The eggshell catalysts are used because it's a highly exothermic reaction where you really want the reaction only to take place on the outermost part of the particle, where it's not diffusion limited and where you don't get too high temperature in the particle itself. By being able to do the full particle testing at a small scale, you get really scalable data which can correlate very well with the actual industrial size process. You also require much less gas and other reagents, as well as having to deal with less effluent from the unit, which significantly reduces the cost of operation. We have a unit here in operation at ILS. This is a 4-parallel unit. By placing the reactor, which is basically a U-tube-shaped reactor like this, in direct contact with the heat transfer medium, we can ensure that we get really good heat transfer, which for this process is particularly important as it's a very exothermic process which takes place at fairly low temperatures. So the combination of exothermicity with low temperature makes it particularly challenging to keep the temperature under control. We can do it very well in this system. The Temkin reactor design is made to optimize plug flow, which means we can get really optimal plug flow hydrodynamics in a reactor, which for reactions like this, which are at very high conversion levels, is extremely important. Should you have an interest in enhancing your C2 selective hydrogenation R&D capacity, feel free to contact us, as we can do this either in-house for you, or we can provide you with a tool like this to do it yourself. We're also happy to do a feasibility test where we will first take your catalyst, demonstrate that we can produce data quality with the sufficient quality you need to do internal testing before you choose to maybe acquire a unit like this yourself.